So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Roma Theory. Really quick live stream today because we've actually got some updates on the Zaniolo renewal of contract discussion and argument topic, let's put it that way, because we're getting closer to a full definite agreement. And in fact, the first things have been discussed, and apparently the first details have almost been agreed by Zaniolo's agents. Now, the first things that Thiago Pinto and Zaniolo's agents discussed about was the economic side, and apparently it's very close in being agreed, which is the first step of this entire renewal of contract process. And in fact, Zaniolo would earn around 4 million euros, and would also sign a 5-year contract, as we already discussed in a previous live stream. So this would link him to Roma for quite a long while. This would link him to Roma for a long time, and this means that he will be the future of this club. 5 years is a lot of time. So, you sign this contract and you need to be willing to be part of the future of the club, part of the prospect of this club, because signing a 5-year contract does mean that you are becoming more and more connected with the team overall and with the fans overall. So this is definitely something which, Zaniolo needs to reflect on very well, because yes, he has changed his attitude, but I don't want to see Nico sign a 5-year contract and maybe then after 1 year he gets fed up with it. He needs to be determined, and if he wants this 5-year contract, sign that 5-year contract. If he doesn't and is skeptical of signing this 5-year contract, then I'd potentially say to not sign a 5-year contract and maybe sign a 2-year contract. But there's one thing which is very certain, is that we're not speaking about Nico who wants to leave anymore. We're speaking about a Nico which is determined to win with this club. After several talks with Mourinho, especially very close to deadline day, his attitude, his mentality, which links him to Roma, has been changed. And we're not talking about a player whose desire right now, whose priority right now is to leave and join Juventus or join Tottenham and join Antonio Conte. We have a player whose priority right now is to become a legend of the club, who wants to become a flag of the club. And it's very important that he's determined to do so. So it's definitely good news. So the first stage of this entire process, which will make him sign his contract, has apparently almost been agreed, which is the economic side. Another summit will happen this week between Thiago Pinto and his agents, and the thing which they will discuss is kind of a rescission clause, a kind of a release clause, something like that, something towards those lines. And apparently, Roma want to insert a clause in this contract, a 50 million clause. So if any club wants to sign Nico before the 5 years, they would need to pay 50 million euros to Roma. Now, a big hazard of this summer, which we were lucky that it didn't affect us, was potentially losing Nico without getting any money from it. That was definitely a big hazard this summer. And if he doesn't renew his contract, it will be a hazard in this coming summer transfer window as well. But as long as he signs that contract, in worst scenarios, if he leaves, we would get 50 million euros from it. Which is always a lot of money. But yeah. What we want from this is Nico who is willing to play for Roma. What we want from this is Nico who wants to slowly become an idol of the Roman passion, of the Roman fan base. And yeah. So this is something which they will talk about in another summit, another meeting, which will happen this week. So I will definitely give you updates when it comes to that. Now, again, quick live stream. I won't go on for quite a long while. But what does this mean? This means that we have a very talented player. We have someone who will be the future of our national team, as I always repeat. And as much as I've always repeated this, I would like to say it again. We've got a player who will be the future of the Italian national team. And yeah, he's very young. He's 23 years old. He has had some very bad injuries, which could have, without those injuries, his value could have been even higher. His performances could have been even better. But it's important, for us to remember these things and to stay with him, especially if he has any future injury problems. It's very important for us to stay with him, and it's very important for us to support him in this big process of rehabilitation. Because don't get me wrong, he is back playing. But when you have two very bad injuries, like the two injuries which he had consecutively, it's still a process of rehabilitation. Yes, he's back playing football. Yes, he's back kicking a ball. Yes, he's back scoring goals. But he is not. And it's impossible for him right now to be 100% fit. And this is something which we need to remember, which we need to, have in our minds before saying anything about Nico. So yeah, it's basically like a new signing. That's how I like to call it. The second he renews his contract, I think would be equivalent to us buying a big player, because he's someone who, another thing which I think I want to see more of Nico is kind of, and this is obviously linked to Mourinho as well, and if Mourinho wants to do this. But one thing which I think I want to see more of from Nico, and something which I think Nico does really well, is change between positions. A variable player. Yesterday he plays as a striker. Earlier this season he played as an attacking midfielder. He can play in many positions, and having him sign his contract is really like buying a new player. So yeah, a total full agreement will be found. Now the bookies say it. The chances of him leaving Roma are very, 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 very low. He is most probably 99% going to renew that contract, going to put that ink on that piece of paper. And that means that we have got Nico Zaniolo for at least 5 more years, which is a lot of time to enjoy the time with him. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, quick live stream just to give you a quick update. We don't have a lot to talk about today apart from this. The team is back in Rome. Training sessions start tomorrow, so today many players had a kind of a day off. And yeah, just continuation of positive vibes from yesterday. So because it was a great win. It was a great win. Now we just need Bologna to maybe pull an upset against Juventus tonight, and that would make even things 10 times better. But yeah, we've got 2 big games coming up this week. So starting from tomorrow, we're back speaking about the Europa League, because we've got Betis on Thursday and Lecce on Sunday. It would be great to get 6 points from these next 2 games. Especially the Betis game is very important, because we really need to try not lose that match, because in Seville, I think it's going to be hard. And we really need to take our chances at the Olympico full stadium back again. We're back at home after the international break, and we'll enjoy it. I'll be back at the stadium on Thursday, so stadium vlog will come. But catch you tomorrow for the preparation of these 2 games. Very important games. We need to try and get as many points as possible before the World Cup break. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't already, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Let's try and get 5,800 subscribers as fast as possible. Don't forget to smash the like button in this video and share the link of my channel with your families and friends. Let me read one comment coming from Armando. Hopefully his production on the field increases. I love Zaniolo, but we can't pay 4 million a year without goals and assists coming with it. When will we see Mady Kamara start a game? I think he'll start against Betis, and I really want him to start against Betis. I think he should start that match. I think the few minutes which he played, I think he deserves a starting position in at least a match. So I am going to put him in my predicted 11. Quick spoiler. But yeah, we'll see. We do have Mourinho's obsession of Matic and Cristante, but still, I do think Kamara should start against Betis. So yeah, follow me on Instagram over there, and I'll catch you soon. Simon at